and welcome to Brok the InvestiGator. This is the beginning of, well, no, it's not. This is actually further into Chapter 4. I usually talk about it being in the beginning, but it's not this time. For those who don't know me, I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I specialize in indie games generally, with the occasional role-playing games as well. And this is a pretty good one that came out, what, a few weeks ago? Punch and click adventure game. Continue shooting right where it was, right? Yep, here we are. So we are now in the process of interrogating this security guard who may be a primary suspect in something terrible that's happened recently. We're going to get to the bottom of it. So I hope everybody has had a pretty decent day. Mine was pretty nice, actually. Kind of busy without being overwhelming, and that is exactly what I generally like to see. So I'm pretty happy about that.
More questions.
All right, so shall we jump into the investigation? Where were we? We had just started talking to this guy,
Let's
and
resume our interrogation.
yeah, he's a little suspicious. We found that he, the times on his little chart did not match. Why don't we look at this again?
Can anyone modify the information there?
So this is his time chart that shows when people were leaving and entering various doors in this laboratory that we're here investigating. There was a murder. This Lynx-looking dude with the blue background was found dead, murdered. But then things started not adding up. It looked like he wasn't killed in the way that the evidence on the scene was indicating. Various things about people coming in and out were not matching up. Like here we have this guy going out into the bathroom, coming back, and then leaving again at 5:04. But that didn't really add up with evidence that we had. And the security guard was not here early when he seemed like he was supposed to be. Just outright disappears at 4:38. All this stuff is just not adding up. So that's where we are. And we just confronted him about that. We have a little more to talk to him about. When by a little more, probably mean a lot more. Let's find out. This is going to be good. Yeah, this chapter ended up being taking me longer than some of the other ones. In particular, the previous chapter, chapter 3, I think I got it done in 3 hours flat. This one, I don't even know how much more we have to do. We started this chapter, chapter 4, from Graf's perspective. Graf is the stepson, and we're still not done with him. We stopped over here to see if we could do anything to have Brok help Graf, and we found nothing. I think we might be in trouble there. But yeah, once I finish up here, I still have some stuff over there to do. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Alright, so now we have all these clues that we've gathered from talking to people, from looking at evidence, and we're basically just finding two clues that work together to reveal some kind of contradiction. Will be a good one. Okay, so this is interesting. There's lamps in the two doctors' rooms. The lamps apparently belong to the opposite doctor. That's kind of weird. And the lamp that was found at the dead body was very clearly not the lamp that dealt the fatal blow. Here we go, look, these times match. The guard opened Dr. Hush's room at 5:10, and the lamp in Dr. Hush's room had a fatal shock at 5:10. What's that about?
You opened Dr. Hush's door at 5:10. at the exact moment Dr. Hush's lamp received a violent shock. Interesting coincidence, don't you think?
Yeah, that seems like more than a coincidence.
Shock?
Did you accidentally drop the lamp or something?
No, never touched it.
I've also noticed something unusual. At 9 o'clock, you routinely checked all 3 rooms. However, at 5:10, you only opened Dr. Hush's door. Why?
Oh, I remember now.
You remember now. More like you were coming up with the excuse.
I heard a noise.
Is that so? Might this be the sound of a lamp crashing down on the floor?
I guess that's possible, but when I looked inside, everything was normal.
Are you certain?
Yeah, Dr. Hush always keeps his room tidy. If that lamp was lying on the floor, I'd have noticed.
Was Tidy there?
I'm pretty sure he was down, charging.
What about Dr. Hush then?
Yeah, Tidy would have been charging at that time. Tidy was charging 20 minutes prior. Yes.
What was he doing?
Let me think. I didn't see him.
You didn't?
Pretty sure of it. He wasn't in the hall either.
So he was already gone from his room.
Yeah, must have been.
Interesting.
Now, mind you, even though we are accusing him of contradictions, he may or may not actually be guilty of murder. He might just be covering up incompetence. That's something we need to figure out as well. Oh boy. What's next? At 5:10, the guard only checked Dr. Hush's room. That's what we just talked about. Dr. Hush's life tracking stopped around 5. That was weird, yeah. Dr. Hush was neither in his room nor the hall at 5:10. Do these go together? No, not really. Okay. What do we got here? What do we got here? Only the guard inspects the trash. No, that's not really relevant to anything else here. The Meaty Me has a recording of Dr. Hush's voice. Yeah, that was weird. Why was that there? The Meaty Me is this, how do I explain it? It's Cider Martin. Hey, welcome on in. Thanks for joining. Really glad to see ya. Sorry to hear about your streaming problems. Like, wow. Like, I wish I had some advice at all to give you, but obviously I don't. But I will offer my support. Have I properly celebrated the first day of autumn? I've worked all day, but I'm drinking pumpkin spice coffee. That totally counts, right? So basically there's this recording in the bathroom where Dr. Hush, the murdered guy, is saying, "I'm in the bathroom," like just with no context whatsoever. Here is Dr. Hush saying, "I need to settle things with Dr. Meek." Does anything happen if I combine these? No, not really.
Oh my...
Yeah, something is different here. What have you done today to celebrate autumn? You've not done anything yet, you've been working. Yep, same story, same story. Yep, sounds about right. Dr. Hush is neither in his room nor the hall at 5:10.
I'm starting to wonder if I'm...
hopefully you can find something nice to do to relax, unwind a bit, celebrate the best season starting. I know I definitely need to get out of the house more, like actually get on some good walks and stuff. I've been really slacking on that. What if I was to look at... Wait a minute. Wait.
Now who's...
I didn't mean
Got
to
more
exit out of there. I didn't mean to exit out of there
Let's
entirely.
resume.
Let's go back in. Okay. I was just like looking at this one over here. I'm like, why is this green? That doesn't make any sense. Dr. Hush was neither in his room nor the hall at 510. What if we just no. That doesn't feel right either. This one feels harder than some of the other investigations or interrogations in the past. Guard only checked Dr. Hush's room.
Something doesn't add up.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, you're saying you allegedly heard some kind of a sound or something in Dr. Hush's room at 510. So the only place you looked, was Dr. Hush's room. He wasn't there. You didn't think to check any other room once you saw that Dr. Hush allegedly wasn't in his room.
At 5:10, you heard a noise and looked for Dr. Hush, who wasn't in his room nor the hall.
Yeah.
Then, the glaring contradiction is, weren't you worried?
What?
Think. You had no idea where Dr. Hush was, and yet you didn't look for him in the other rooms?
Look at that. I'm on the right track.
Why?
You're right. I only started to worry about him disappearing at 9.
Yeah, you're remembering that you only worried at 9.
Wait.
That's right.
I can't remember the reason I wasn't alerted earlier.
Could it be he's not actually guilty of like killing anybody? He's just really incompetent?
Well, I have
That'd
my
be
theory.
hilarious. Absolutely
You
funny.
do?
Yeah, this is the reason you weren't worried at that time.
The reason that he wasn't worried at that time. The maybe that probably would have been the life tracking stopping at 5. Maybe? Or was it the meeting me, the Dr. Hush? It was the Dr. Hush
I made a
voice, the
strange
bathroom.
discovery in the restroom. At 5:11, the meeting me played a pre-recorded sample sounding like Dr. Hush.
What did it say?
I'm in the restroom. Ring any bells?
Yeah, sure it does. You're right. When I started calling for Dr. Hush, I heard him say that. The voice came from the restroom.
Yep.
So
So this guy is suspicious, and he was definitely hiding stuff. But I don't think he was hiding the murder. He was just hiding his own
You
incompetence.
assume Dr. Hush was in there.
So he might actually know more than he was letting on, but was afraid to say anything out of fear of losing his job or worse.
So he wasn't.
This would be the logical conclusion, which then means...
The old man was kaput before that time.
Let's not jump to conclusions and assume he couldn't be in the restroom either.
Whoa. That was quite a messed up day. So, we done?
Depends. Hiding anything else?
Nope. All good. Still can't believe it. Why did this have to happen during my watch?
probably happened during your watch because people knew that you wouldn't do your job right.
I've learned not to blame fate. Otherwise, I do it constantly. Just let me know if anything else comes to mind.
Sure thing.
Oh man, like, I haven't really gotten, like, out of the house and, like, done anything really, like, ever since the pandemic thing started. I hate that. It's like, I'm finally, like, able to support myself and, like actually get out and do things and go cool places, and, like, no, suddenly I can't.
So, Detective, how long is this going to take?
Getting a booster tomorrow, though. Allegedly. Hopefully. That's the plan. It's on the schedule. Yeah, okay. Let's talk to him about the
Are you
investigation.
done investigating?
Can't shake the feeling I may have missed some clues. I probably shouldn't make an announcement yet.
We definitely missed clues. Nope.
Be patient. This isn't an ordinary case.
Oh, too bad. All this stress is killing me.
Just a moment.
I'm not the only one.
Alright. Investigate others. I wonder if Ott's noticed anything.
Hey! I wouldn't mind leaving either.
Oh,
Solve this
I
case.
wasn't trying to leave. I was trying to talk to the kid.
what would you do in my...
Turn everything we need is
Okay, he knows nothing new. So the flowers are really
Any
freaking
idea
interesting.
what type of plant this is?
The heck if I know. It's just beautiful and perfumed. Good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm usually the same. Except when I need to investigate.
So these flowers, as we learned, are able to make nanites go haywire. And they're all over the
No
sink.
time to wash my hands.
touching it could ruin any potential evidence.
Yeah, that too.
Let's take another look at this. See if I can
The
pick up
heck?
anything.
It's full of nanites.
Full
stuck
of
in that
nanites,
sink.
right, it makes sense.
Not only this, there seems to be some kind of flower. Dr. Mink must have flushed some experiments.
What? No, I've never done such a thing. I have my own sink.
Then, what are they doing here?
Beats me.
So the flowers in here, I'm pretty sure, are probably the flowers that are at the guard's desk. Anybody could have come by and taken those.
I'm trying. I'm surprised to see only one cup in here. Doesn't Dr. Hush drink coffee?
He does, actually. He always drinks his coffee in the restroom. I know him. He couldn't bear spilling a few drops on his precious materials
Only drinks
while
coffee
working
in
in
the
his
restroom.
office.
Yeah. One of these days, I'll have a bigger restroom that's big enough for me to
But
drink coffee in
he
it.
uses auto-degradable cups. Throw them
I don't
into the
actually
sink
wanna
and
do
they're
that.
automatically reduced into powder. I prefer solid cups. I don't care what they say about lack of
I think I'd rather
coffee tastes better.
maybe keep my coffee hygienic.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Huh. Let's look at the meeting.
Replay the last record.
I'm in the restroom.
Why are you wasting time on this?
I'm not sure yet.
So, I wonder... Could somebody have potentially... faked this voice?
Can't see any.
What else could we possibly
What restroom
think
doesn't
about
know
here?
them?
No,
We know that, we know that.
we don't need
Just coffee, you don't need
this idea
anything
of
else.
Uh,
Right. And this drawer just had coffee in it, right?
Inside, tons of.
What did
Coffee.
you expect?
Dunno.
Tooth-like house.
Their water is
Yeah. Since it's been a couple of days, why don't we actually use one hint? Just one hint, just to give us a tiny little nudge. See the button on the workbench in the middle of Dr. Hush's room? Push it, and then take a look at the ramp that opened. It's not a bad idea. We haven't actually looked at the ramp in here for a while, have we? So what's special about the ramp?
Hey, Tidy, just a hunch. Did Dr. Hush put out that ramp for you?
Yup. For me. So
Yep.
I can access the table.
Okay, that's something that we'd already figured out, that this ramp exists so that Tidy can get onto the table, and most likely so that Tidy can reach up and grab the vent. There shouldn't have been any logical reason for Tidy to need to do
Got
that.
made and modified. For me.
Is that so? Makes sense. Bots weigh tons and cannot jump over there.
I mean, yeah, like cleaning the table, of course, but getting up into the vent, not so much.
Daddy.
Still dead. I'm afraid so. Tidy?
Wait a minute,
Good
what?
boy.
Was this table always floating like this? None of the characters seem particularly concerned about it.
One has to wonder why Dr. Hush couldn't just implement hovering on Tidy.
Hovering is very resource
Hovering resource
intensive.
intensive. Okay,
Daddy
that makes
loves
sense.
Nature.
He means the scientists did it on purpose, for energy efficiency reasons.
Yeah. Oop. Lever.
What are you looking at?
I wonder how high I would have to jump to reach that lever.
Very funny.
I'm serious.
That's not possible. Silly human.
Well, we'll see who'll get the last laugh, little robotic slave. Huh.
Jump.
Ha! Yep. That's a...
Yes.
How does that...
I think you need to
Press
What?
the lever.
That
You're supposed
Reachable,
to
use a
There's one
ladder.
attached in my...
seemed...
No letter, right. Yeah, Tidy would be able to do that just fine. The fact that I can't actually ask Tidy to do it makes me think maybe I don't need to worry about that
It's
yet.
apparently been charging since 5:10 in the morning.
What? Don't eat those! They're clues!
But I'm hungry. Energizing biscuits. Dr. Hush must have been eating them before disappearing. There are crumbs all over the table. Even on the floor. You'd think scientists would be less clumsy. Still dead.
Nothing else to really talk to him about, is there?
What can you tell me about this lamp?
Dirty. Let me clean.
Focus. I need useful info.
Cleaning. Always useful.
What can you tell me?
That is not allowed to tidy.
Hey, what?
Let's figure out if that reaction to the flower is unique.
Does this item have...
No go.
Looks like this doesn't remind...
Tidy has tracking. That is allowed.
Hey, does this item...
No. That is
Hey, wait! What can you... What can... Focus.
cleaning.
What can you tell...
Dirty.
Okay,
Focus.
so
Cleaning.
the two lamps give one
What can
set
you
of
tell-
dialogue.
Focus.
Cleaning.
The flower,
Did he bug out?
that is a unique response.
Does this item...
No.
Looks like that...
Nobody. That is allowed.
Does this item...
No go.
Looks like this...
That is allowed.
Hey, wait! Please, unlock the tablet for me.
Cannot.
Only Dead Daddy can unlock the tablet. Yeah, it's so funny. That's literally true. That it's like, that would have been like a hint. That's great.
Okay.
Dad.
So what if I show the flower?
Break it.
I don't want to break it. That's true. You've seen that before. Yeah. We'll drop by Dr. Mink's room.
I better climb this ladder if I want to access it. Nope.
Are you...
Yes.
Don't be. I would have sent some.
Yeah. So we can't climb that. I still don't think we want
Well, that's
to drink whatever's in the sink. It's dripping from the flowers.
I need to understand.
You're not the only. Are you done investigating?
I'm certain I've missed one or
One or
two,
two clues.
maybe.
No, do not
Be
announce.
patient.
We do not have the culprit.
I'll look around.
You
In order to not make this, or to make this not last forever, let's do one more of these. Check the right part of the fridge. Did I seriously miss something in the fridge? Been in there like twice.
I should inspect this further. Only one way to do it.
couldn't you do this more gently?
I'm surprised it wasn't able. Okay, so legitimately understand my point of view here that I didn't think to go back to the fridge because I've already inspected the fridge. I wasn't able to pull things out of the fridge like this
I don't
before.
have all day, you know. Nice. An ad coupon. Plenty of room now.
Room? Ooh, what's this down here? Little round things.
Looks like pills? Yep. Definitely pills.
Pills of some
Whose
kind.
are they?
Don't look at me. I've never seen those.
Is Dr. Hush taking some medication?
That's highly probable. No one else lives here. Keep in mind, I've barely had contact with him lately. Maybe you should analyze them.
Good idea.
He's right about that. Analyzing this would be a really good plan.
They must belong.
Alright. Okay. And to analyze them, I gotta take them over here. Okay. Grab the pill, place it on the surface. This is an Excel 500 pill in 1 BG dosage.
Excel 500? Never heard of it.
Well, we have a database that we can
Is there a
search for.
specific topic you're interested in?
Let me think.
Yeah, Excel 500. What does the database say?
That's a drug for patients
drug?
suffering from defective organs, acting slower than normal.
For patients suffering from defective organs, acts slower than normal. No physical activity? Excel 500 is the boost you need. Let it boost your body to ensure you always stay up to shape and young as a spring chicken.
Sounds more like an ad than medication.
Ad.
Dr. Mink, did you know your colleague took these?
No, but that does make sense. We don't exactly have a lot of physical activity. I don't take this. I prefer the all-in-one menu.
The all-in-one menu?
All in one?
It's regular powder food with stimulants incorporating the exact and appropriate dose of food based on our medical tracking.
Powder food. You don't need to eat if you just consume all your nutrients in a more efficient manner. Wow.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah. Is that even relevant?
Is there a specific...
Let me think.
That's a drug...
Boost your body to ensure you're always staying in shape.
Sounds more
Dr. Mink?
No, but that does. I don't take this.
all in.
It's regular powder.
Nothing. Some.
Hey, that's my wrist.
Better not waste my.
Let's see. Is there anything else special I could do with the
So-
flower?
What's this flower?
It's the Phoenixy flower.
Phonak? I wonder if this
What
has.
did you say about it?
Is there a
Let me think.
Isn't that the plant?
Yep.
Yep, that's the
Okay.
plant. That's the plant.
I found something.
Belongs to the rooted variety. Blossoms twice every year after blah blah blah.
What's going on?
Something's annotated.
They tried mixing Phoenixy flowers with nanites. Programmed or not, it's no good. They cause the host's cardiac activity to slow down immensely, ultimately causing death.
Do you think?
Yeah, Dr. Mink must have written this. Found it.
Huh. So I feel like there's a connection there. If the doctor had nanites in him, and the flower was causing his heart to slow down, that pill is something that you can take if you're having organ issues? Has this been going on for a while?
So, a weird data transfer at 4:45.
Weird data transfer at 4.
That's all? I thought there'd be much.
We don't keep a lot of information locally. Once we transfer our files, most data is saved remotely, and local information is removed.
Great. Until the outside cannot be reached. So, I thought... He's not holding...
Some black stains. And those are the nanites?
Yeah.
No.
Can you really insert such big things in a body without doing damage?
Yeah, how did the nanite stuff work?
What you see on this table is actually a reproduction at 10,000th the scale, to make them easier to work with.
Just a reproduction.
They aren't visible with the naked eye.
Must be hard to handle.
True, only a few experienced engineers, like myself, can do that kind of work.
Does pretentious go along with this job?
I'm afraid I can't pass through there.
I don't think anyone can, actually.
Then you have to wonder why this passage exists.
Yeah, why would that exist? That is really weird. It's cut so cleanly, too.
Ugh. What a mess. Makes me wish for a pair of scissors.
Don't you dare!
I feel like so many things we've already investigated are now giving new knowledge, so maybe we're just gonna have to systematically go through all the things we've looked at before until we find something interesting.
I thought you were specialized in...
Either that or just use a whole bunch of the little hint cards. Let's not jump into that too fast.
That.
Small robots.
Why the chemicals then?
Nanites act on a molecular level.
Oh, so you're making liquid robot? Oh, hey.
Yes.
What are these for?
An innovative experience. I found out that plunging
nanites into an acidic solution improves their performance to 25%.
But then, nanites aren't supposed to be injected into human bodies?
I'm still working on that minor drawback.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not relevant. After all, still can't do much with the sink. I mean, we could, theoretically.
Power socket. Not too far from the body.
But the yes or no options when you, go to, the sink, it's like, you want to drink it or you want to drain it? Like, why would I want to do either at this point?
A burnt power socket.
That really doesn't seem like a great idea. Yep.
I better climb.
All the alleged blood is just tomato sauce.
What do you think you're doing? Get out of my bed!
Why?
Fine. Have a rest. You'll just have to explain to your superior why this investigation is taking so long.
Man, you're no fun.
No, we don't want to drink or drain it. Wow, wow.
Dancing.
Go on with your...
Hey. No full wall environment? Just a small digi window?
High-ranked experts like us can't afford to get distracted by gadgets.
Why is it pointing towards the floor? There's nothing there.
I only use it when sleeping. It automatically gets pointed on myself.
Then why keep it active? Isn't that a waste?
Oh, who cares?
I don't know. Maybe the thousands of slummers craving for resources? A ray of light?
Yep. 10 feet of
10
enjoyment.
feet of
Heard
enjoyment.
of ray therapy? The hot temperature reduces stress and prevents.
Could this be used?
We talked about that. You could theoretically hurt somebody with it if it was, like, on them for a very, very long time. Not terribly relevant.
That glove.
It's for manipulating 3D objects and holograms.
For manipulating 3D objects and holograms.
How
Cool.
do you think we build
Really
our
cool.
prototypes?
What about the headset?
A diagnosis tool. Nanomachines reproduce the behavior of insects. In particular, they make barely audible sounds depending on the situation. This amplifies their noise, so I can make it out. Why do I even bother?
Sorry, had some bad sleep lately.
Is that it for this room? Did I miss anything in the other rooms?
No nanite there. Oh, I found
Nothing.
Can't see any of those Replay the last
I'm in the restroom.
The rest.
Why are you?
I'm not sure. This is a
What?
you mean?
Oh,
I hate to do this. This section's hard. Really hard. In Dr. Hush's room, check the materials to the left of the room. Okay. Didn't I do that? I didn't do it recently.
Parts
I
for
did it earlier
experiments,
when I
maybe?
first got here. I didn't do it now.
That's amazing. Not a single part is jutting out of this furniture. This could be called an organized mess.
Dr. Hush is a maniac. He hates when something isn't where it belongs. So he taught his maintenance bot to tidy items like this. I remember him going insane once because I didn't put my coffee exactly at the center of the table.
Dr. Hush is such a tidy, neat freak that he can't handle anything being out of place. There's so many crumbs and stuff in this room and stains.
Yeah, well, all scientists are a bit eccentric.
What do you mean?
Like, look at the
I'm
table.
not eccentric.
They're describing
There's
like
an
the
exception to each rule.
what's on the table is like completely not at all something that Dr. Hush would have allowed.
You do have a point.
Allegedly.
Brok 1, Scientist 0.
I feel I've got all the hints I need. Time to gather everyone. Let's talk to Dr. Mink.
Thank you, Brock. Thank you so much for telling me that.
So, Detective, how long is this going to take? Are you done investigating?
Announce the culprit.
Be patient.
This is seriously not an ordinary case.
Just
I'm not.
some kind of grease spot.
Oh! Did you just lick the floor?
Gotta be certain. Well,
That's coffee. Dr. Hush only does coffee in the bathroom.
Daddy.
still dead.
Oh man, I feel like
Heidi? Good boy.
they've given me so much to work with, and yet I'm still not putting things together, and that is really concerning to me.
What? Don't eat the.
But
The robot can get up to the vent. The robot can open the vent, theoretically push the doctor's body through it, so that the body falls off the other side of the vent. The robot could use his arms to reach through the hole and grab things on the other side. The robot reacts badly to the lab
Of
flower.
course. I just need to know. No way. Fortunately, this building is small.
I want to look at those times again. The doctor went into the bathroom at 4:19. While the doctor was in the
The
bathroom,
restroom. Tidy was last recorded at nothing later.
the doctor was in the bathroom at 4:19. Tidy entered the bathroom at 4:24. The doctor left at 4:38. Tidy did not. Over here, doctor entered at 4:38, left at 5:04. Tidy did not enter or leave. Tidy, however, was in there for charging, allegedly, at 4:50. How does that add up? How... The guard came to the doctor's room at 5:10 because he heard a noise. That noise could very well have been Tidy pushing or pulling the body into the vent. And then the guard went back to the hall calling for the doctor, and at 5:10 also Dr. Hush's voice came from the bathroom saying, "I'm in the restroom." And so that's why the guard stopped looking. Is Tidy the culprit? You came in at 4:40, you left at 5:04. Wait. You left at 5:04. Wait a minute. Why does this time match? Wait. Does that matter? Oh, jeez. Okay, at this point I might be going in circles. I think
need to
something is terribly
understand
wrong with
something.
Tidy. I think Tidy is maybe being controlled.
You're not the only one. Are you done investigating?
Yes. I'm ready to expose the truth.
Impressive. Let's begin then.
If you don't mind, Mr. Brok, this time I'll stay silent and listen carefully.
As you wish.
All right. We're all ears.
Okay. After studying this case very carefully, I have reason to believe that the person who murdered Dr. Hush is... actually not a person. Tidy did this.
Me not person. Murder daddy. Then, Daddy?
Boy, I hope I'm on the right track here.
I knew we shouldn't have trusted that tin can.
Really? But how? He didn't have any means or motive to do this.
That's where you're wrong, Dr. Mink. And I'm gonna prove how and why. Let's start with the actual cause of death.
Oh. Here we go again. Oh boy. Oh, how do I want to approach this one? Dr. Hush obsessed with tidiness and order. Nanites in Dr. Hush's hand.
Nanites on the body, nanites over there. I need to sort my thoughts.
Yeah, you're right. We do need to sort this a little better. Okay. Okay, so the tomato sauce in the vent system came from the ant burger with extra sauce from Dr. Mink. It was already unfrozen, so he never got to it. Allegedly.
Yes, definitely something there. But
Yeah.
I'll keep this for the right moment.
Yeah. We have a connection, an obvious connection, but we're not ready for it. Okay. So, if we want to start with the cause of death, we originally thought the cause of death was the lamp next to the body at 11:02. But his life tracking stops at 5.
We retrieved a lamp right next to the body, which obviously seemed like the murder weapon. This lamp records events. The data indicates a shock happened at 11:02.
11:02. Impossible.
You're right, actually. Dr. Hush's medical tracking stopped at around 5. Do you believe he could have died hours before receiving a fatal blow to the head?
Tracking not reliable.
Yes and no. It's reliable within a 2-hour window, not 6. Isn't that right, Dr. Mink?
Yes, I confirm it. Our tracking device is located deep inside our body and cannot be extracted. It's reliable, but to ensure our privacy rights, it only logs once every 2 hours.
What a great idea to make our detective life easier.
So that's why it's only reliable plus or minus 2 hours, because it only logs once every 2 hours. That makes sense.
Murders don't happen every day, you know.
That's not all. Something else proves that we've been wrong from the start.
Alright. What next? The bloodstain. So if we're talking about things that were wrong from the start, the bloodstains are fake.
The body, the lamp,
The
and the
tomato
floor.
sauce.
All 3 have red stains. This fake blood has been used to stage the murder.
So, like my tie.
Yes, this is ant burger tomato sauce.
We've been fooled by that?
I'm afraid so. There was a wrapper in the bathroom trash can. And as a specialist with that kind of food, I distinctly recognize the taste of McFlea's ant burger trademark sauce.
This may be a coincidence. You don't know how long this wrapping has been there.
Very well. I have more proof.
Okay. Oh, where do we go with this next? death was staged with Antburger sauce. That Antburger was already frozen.
Ooh, I get it now. That's why my ant burger was already unfrozen.
Yeah, it would be pretty difficult to rub frozen sauce on a corpse, so the malefactor had to defrost it first.
Simple and ingenious, I must say. All right. So, if there never was a violent thump to his head, what's the true cause of death that the killer tried to hide?
I have a theory.
The theory is that mixing phoenixy flowers and nanites causes death.
Yeah, nanites could have caused death.
We need stronger proof
but I
than
need
that, though.
stronger proof than this.
What about the nanites on his hand?
Dr. Mink, when browsing through your medical database, I noticed an interesting note from yourself. I tried mixing those phoenixy flowers with nanites, programmed or not. It's no good. They cause the host's cardiac activity to slow down immensely, ultimately causing death.
Dr. Hush was poisoned?
There is evidence to support this. Dr. Hush's right hand is literally covered by nanites. Besides, Mr. Squealer here.
Hey,
Sorry, I mean, Mr. Gar
game audio is a
owns
little
plant
glitchy.
on his desk.
How can you describe the glitchiness of the audio? The talk to was a little garbled, like it was stuttering. Could it have been maybe attenuation, docking the volume while there was noise around me in real life? Or was it more like a stutter, like it was like, I don't know, having like actual problems? If it is an attenuation thing, I might be able to. I mean, I could just reduce that. Ideally, I want that only to happen when I'm talking. But yeah. Possible that maybe like more voice filters or whatever I can look into. I was using the what was it, the NVIDIA broadcast stuff, but not from the broadcast software itself, but instead through this Corsair app, that because I use a lot of Corsair hardware for like my mouse, my keyboard, my headphones, and that had an integration with NVIDIA Broadcast. However, that was causing problems where, like, if I would open the volume mixer, it would cut out sound from a lot of programs. All right, you take that work call. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right here. All right.
Which is a phoenixy. It's entirely possible Tidy overheard Dr. Mink mention this and picked up ingredients from the lab.
yeah, those robotic things have quite the memory.
Tidy, no memory. Tidy cleans. Tidy tidies. Tidy does not pick plants. Others could. Minky murderer. Or Ratty.
How dare you?
He's right. Either of you had the means to do it.
Yeah, anybody could have done this.
Tidy right. True tidy.
Don't go thinking I'm on your side. I'm sticking to the facts. And by doing this, I'll eventually prove you're the main culprit.
No. Brocky wrong.
But how? Why would Dr. Hush swallow such a poison?
Let me continue.
Okay, let's continue. Nanites on the coffee stain in Dr. Hush's room. Is that...
There must be a link.
No. Do I want to go there yet?
I found black stains
the
on
coffee.
Dr. Hush's right hand. At first, I wasn't sure what it could be, until I found another black stain, this time on the doctor's office floor. The stain itself was very faint, as if someone had tried to clean it, but I have no doubt this is coffee, which can be quite tenacious. And guess what? That stain was also covered by nanites.
So, the doctor drank poisonous coffee.
Yeah, he must have spilled coffee on his hand while collapsing.
Wait, I also drank coffee today.
That's right. But you didn't get poisoned. And here's why.
The coffee was poisoned. Nanites and a flower in the restroom sink.
You went to the restroom later after Dr. Hush, didn't you? The culprit had time to spill the coffee prepared in the sink before doing more. And this time, without poison. Incidentally, that's where I found my second proof.
In the sink?
Exactly. Now, tell me, who usually prepares coffee?
Tidy.
Untrue. Daddy. Minky make. Coffee sometimes. Ratty too.
Yes. Is that the reason you're charging our little maintenance bot for this awful crime? I hate to say that's quite a weak link.
You mean I did it, Mink?
I didn't say that.
But you thought it.
Tidy makes good coffee. Not deadly.
I thought you just said you don't make coffee.
Calm down. I'm just starting my report.
Tidy adds major point. Daddy creator cannot hurt. Love Daddy.
You know, I thought a machine like yourself would be all about precision. But that's no surprise. You're a defective bot.
Tidy defective?
What you're stating isn't entirely true. Sure, Tidy cannot attack his creator when it implies a direct contact. A poison, however, is quite a clever workaround to kill without direct contact.
Indirect killing. You can't attack your creator, but you could theoretically put something in motion that would cause them to die, that would lead to their death.
I guess you're right. Indirect violence is on a lower level of priority, and not part of the golden rule. But that still shouldn't be possible. His software programming shouldn't allow it.
The fact that Mink right now is... The fact that he's like kind of almost defending Tidy in a way suggests to me that Mink probably didn't do it. I'm probably on the right track.
There is should and there is certain. I know the reason for the malfunction, though I'll save it for a more suitable time.
Wait, do I know the reason for the malfunction?
There's something else bothering me. Nanites are only active for an hour or so. They lose their energy very quickly.
Nanites are only active for an hour or so. They lose their energy very
Considering
quickly.
Tidy did not come to my room today, how could it get enough nanites for such a powerful poison?
Oh, that's easy. He can reach through
During
the
my
wall.
investigation, I happened to make an interesting discovery which may just explain how.
Sin is currently in jail. Wait, that's not it.
That hole between the rooms, it leads directly to a table in your office. Now, what's on this table?
Oh, my nanites box.
Exactly.
The nanites.
If I had a guess, those nanites are brand new and charged, aren't they?
You guessed right.
It's fairly safe to assume anyone with knowledge of this hole could get access to nanites. And in Tidy's case, I'm sure it's perfectly aware how to activate its bot friends.
Tidy different. Little bots, not friends.
Yeah, little bots not friends. They're tools, right?
Our nanites killed Daddy.
That's called racism, you metal mongrel.
Hey, not trying to defend that piece of junk, but wouldn't it be easier and more logical for the weasel to access his own nanites?
What about you, sleepy agent? You seem keen to reject accusations on others.
Me? Can't even access your room, you fool! 'Cause you can't bear anyone but yourself!
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. But your assumption is stupid. There's a reason why you dug that hole and hid it.
People, come on. Hear me out. Remember when I first found out there was a thin layer of plaster covering the hole? Now, who does the repairs in this lab?
Who does the repairs in the
metal
lab?
junk.
Tidy does.
Oh my. That's true. Tidy can regenerate walls with plaster. Could it really be?
You did this, piece of junk?
Nah, human idiot. Plaster, easy to do. Even for pesky humans. Tidy, no hole. No way!
I beg to differ, Your Metal Highness. Another piece of evidence strengthens my theory that you did this. Or at least that you're a big fat liar of a bot.
Okay. Tidy was last recorded entering the restroom at 4:24. No. Prove that Tidy was lying. The noise in the room? Wait, but this is... Let's record in the restroom at 4:24. No. Can I do something with that?
According to the monitoring, Tidy went into the restroom at 4:24. He was not recorded in any room after that. However, the screen in Dr. Hush's office states that he had been charging from 4:50 to 11:10. How could he be in the office if he didn't leave the restroom in the first place?
Very simple. Yup. Tidy prepares coffee. Daddy come, drink. Next, Daddy back office with Tidy.
So, you're saying he opened the office door and you just followed him?
Yup.
Okay. For now, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In that case, let's examine the path of our favorite deceased doctor, shall we?
That could make sense. That could explain why some people, or why... So if it tracks going in and out by who opens the door, then that could explain some things.
I think you'll find it rather interesting as well.
Tidy, no like insinuation.
Before you move on, I have a simple question. What is that monitoring you're referring to?
Oh yeah, that's true. You're not aware. The lab registers doors openings. Only guards are supposed to know.
What the heck? All this time, we've been watched? I thought you were there to ensure our privacy.
No! I'm there to ensure your physical security. making sure nobody threatens your life.
It's just doors opening. There's like 4 of them, literally.
What a great job you did! You lied to us!
Not me! I didn't make this system.
And who did?
The government, of course.
Oh, that's right. Fine. I'll send them a suggestion later then.
On the other hand, Tidy didn't seem surprised at all about the monitoring.
Oh. You're right, he didn't.
Let's move on, shall we? There's something curious about the doctor's movement.
Okay, what about his movement? Dr. Hush was last recorded leaving his room at 5:04, but he wasn't in the hall, the office, or the restroom at 5:10.
The last time Dr. Hush was recorded, he was leaving his office at 5:04. After that, he was nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
This is confirmed by the guard's statements, if you don't mind explaining.
Sure, at 5:10 I heard a noise coming from the doctor's room. But he wasn't there. Actually, no one seemed to be there. Although Tidy was idle, charging. I started to look for the guy, but then I heard his voice coming from behind the wall. I'm in the restroom.
Except this wasn't Dr. Hush at all, but a recording coming from the Meaty Me.
A recording? Oh! Does this mean the body was in the restroom and the murderer didn't want Mr. Rat to see it?
No.
That's unlikely.
No.
The guard checks the rooms regularly, and there's no hiding spot in there.
There is a hiding spot, though. Just not in the restroom.
Besides, keep in mind the ultimate goal: getting Dr. Hush in Dr. Mink's office. There's no way to move the body from the restroom to his office without going into the hall unnoticed.
Lies!
Okay, give us your version of the facts then.
Daddy, come with me. Back to office. Before charging, Daddy head out. Tidy never forget. Daddy last words.
I need to settle things with Dr. Mink.
Are you able, Tidy, to generate your own words with his voice?
Daddy, meet Minky in hallway. Daddy follow Minky. Enter Minky office. Minky give coffee to Daddy. Daddy dead.
I gotta give credit to the tin can. Its version sounds way more plausible than your own, Croc.
The version sounds plausible, but it doesn't match at all what was on the monitoring system.
Sure, Tidy has a bothersome recording. But how do we know when it was made? It's out of context. You could have very well recorded this and forged your so-called proof. Also, there's no monitoring record of Dr. Hush ever entering Dr. Mink's room.
Yeah, that there is what I was just saying. That's not in there. There's nothing even remotely like that.
Wrong. Mink touches door. Enter with Daddy. Then Minky. Poison Daddy.
The weasel went back to his room with the doctor?
Look monitoring. When did Minky enter?
5:04. Ooh.
Exact.
Oh.
Same minute that Daddy leaves.
But I never did that! I never saw him today! Mr. Guard!
I can't remember.
Are you kidding me?
Tidy, what about the voice the guard heard?
Coincidence? Meaty me faulty. Sometimes Meaty me play livey randomly.
Right. I don't know about that.
Yes. I've seen it happen.
And the hole? The coffee spot on the floor in your room?
Already there. For ages. Rocky, prove the opposite?
Already there for ages, but you just said that the nanites are only active for an hour.
Well, the nanites.
Nanites, machines. Attracted to coffee. True, Minky?
I can't dishonor my profession by lying. Yes. Due to their hardware, nanites are attracted to caffeine and gather inside.
Nanites are attracted to caffeine?
So, after all, it really was your doing, weasel.
No! Don't you listen to it, Mr. Detective. I told you the truth. You need to believe in me.
Well, I have to side with the tin can.
That's 2
boy.
against 2. What do you think, Hot?
Sorry, I'm getting lost with all these details.
Guys, Let me finish my theory, and then you shall decide.
The real, right, none of the stuff that's been talked about here addresses the ventilation system.
Fine.
That's going to be
Now
important.
listen to Tidy's sad, dead daddy.
Because the same sauce that was all over the dead doctor is in the ventilation shaft that goes between the two rooms.
Let's focus. Tidy used the Meaty Me recording to avoid the guard getting worried that Dr. Hush disappeared. As a result of my assumptions, Dr. Hush could neither be in his room, the restroom, or the hall at 5:10. And as the monitoring confirms, he never entered Dr. Mink's room either.
No way, man. That's impossible.
I beg to differ.
He couldn't just disappear into thin air, could he?
Kind of. He could disappear into the ceiling.
Oh, he didn't. There's a fourth possibility, and I'm going to explain it to you.
The vent?
Yeah, the ventilation duct.
The vent duct that goes between the two rooms.
That's the only spot the body could be hidden without anyone noticing.
Pure conjecture.
You have any clue to support that insane claim?
Sure do.
Yes, we sure do. There was the tomato sauce in the vent system.
Comatose sauce.
Yeah. Looks like the murderer didn't hesitate to put quite a lot to confuse us.
Problem detected.
What is it this time?
Ventilation also used for delivery sometimes.
Is that true?
Yes. Big packages don't fit into the pipe mail, so they're delivered through the vent.
Big packages are delivered through your vent? So then what, it just falls in your head?
It's possible the content of a package leads.
Obviously.
Bam! Gotcha!
Huh. Still, that would be a huge coincidence, don't you think?
Let's assume you're right. In order to get into the vent, Dr. Hush would have to be in his office.
He was.
But you said it earlier. The last time he was recorded, he was leaving his room. How do you explain this?
Dr. Hush never exited his office? I suppose he could have opened the door, or at least his hand opened the door, but never left.
It's clear Dr. Hush never left his office. There's no monitoring entry between his exit and the time the guard checked the room. This was just an attempt from the criminal to direct our attention elsewhere. Even Tidy could use the doctor's hand on the button. Just enough to add this to the monitor.
This would imply Dr. Hush was dead by then.
Yes, actually. I think he was killed even before going into his office.
Absurd.
Oh, really? Well, I have another clue.
Where was Dr. Hush poisoned? Dr. Hush always drinks his coffee in the restroom. We know this. He's very, very finicky about his tidiness, about making sure everything's in its right place, and the right place for coffee is in the restroom. And
Remember
only
where the
restroom.
poison came from? The coffee. To poison him, it'd be easier to have Dr. Hush drink the coffee in his office, except he never does. Dr. Hush always drinks his coffee in the restroom. He's too maniacal to risk spilling drops while working, and yet there's a coffee stain on the floor.
What do you insinuate? That the stain was made when Dr. Hush was dead on the floor?
This is exactly what I mean.
Brocky liar. Daddy take coffee in office sometimes.
Again, I'm afraid it's your word against his, Detective.
Yeah, it'd make a lot more sense if the doc spilled it by accident.
Brocky, done for. Give up.
No good. Even Mink starts to think my theory is too far-fetched. Am I really on the right path?
Let's keep going.
Everyone. Well, except Tidy. I know how all of this sounds, but please, allow me to continue and trust me.
Silly Brocky.
All right, let's assume Dr. Hush drank his coffee in the restroom and died.
I love how the game's even like, hey player, Do you still think you're right? Do you still think you're on the right track? It's doing that thing where it's like making you doubt. It's making you think, do I want to get off this track?
To get into the vent, he would have to get back to his office first. How?
Simple. Tidy can carry objects.
You're saying this little metal thing carried Dr. Hush all the way to his room? No way, man. I would have noticed.
Are you certain? Should I jog your memory?
The guard looked away at 438 for a minute.
At 4:38, the guard wasn't at his seat. He had received a phone call with terrible reception.
I recall this phone call being something that made it... It seemed like it was something that was deliberately made in order to distract the guard.
When this happened, he opened the lab's main entrance to improve the signal.
What?
But on the line, no voice, only music. During that moment, he was looking away.
Is that true, Mr. Rat? You blundered?
Hey, you know how this is. Reception is terrible in here. Actually, you may not. After all, you've got no friends or anyone.
Ah,
He thought this was a spam call. But here's what I think. This was you, Tidy. It wouldn't be hard for you to simulate a phone call and play some music, am I right?
he can.
Brocky, what music? Okay. Tidy, play music.
Ah, no thanks.
Tidy, no call. Nah.
Although the guard was still making sure no one could enter or exit the lab, at that moment, anything could have happened.
That's right, because he was watching the door, not necessarily what was going on inside the lab.
I'm trying to
Just for a
imagine
moment.
Tidy carrying the doctor in the hall and opening the office door with his hand. It's technically possible, just downright crazy.
This would also explain why Tidy was found in Dr. Hush's room, even though he supposedly stayed in the restroom. Take it the other way around. What would be the point of this call farce if Dr. Hush was safe and sound while returning to his room? There would be nothing particularly disturbing.
No. Tidy, no call. Brocky, death.
So, when did he die?
Between 4:24 and 4:38, as this is the time Tidy went into the restroom and left.
Brocky ignores. Poor Tidy. Daddy dead.
Yeah, Tidy. Keep talking.
Your
Keep
theory
talking.
is accurate. There's still a lot that needs explaining. For example, how could Tidy put Dr. Hush into the vent? It's not like either of them could climb a ladder.
Wrong. I know exactly how Tidy did.
Tidy can stretch arms vertically and horizontally.
Don't forget Tidy's main ability.
Indeed.
Extended arms.
Are you serious?
Impossible.
Pray tell, why would it be?
Arms stretched to 9 feet max.
So what?
Look.
You're kidding, right? How can we know it's not just pretending?
Let me check its data. I'm afraid.
Oh,
it's
Tidy,
true.
oh, Tidy, oh, Tidy. You're
It
forgetting
has
something.
extended its arms to the
Either
limit,
that or you're
which
just
is 9 feet.
pretending to.
Dr. Hush's ceiling is the same height. Thus, Tidy couldn't reach the vent.
Yeah, Tidy couldn't reach the vent if he was standing on the floor.
No way.
Aha. Told ya. Brocky theory. Gone. Kaput.
I need to think fast. I'm convinced Tidy was involved.
Lurky!
He has to be.
Well, Bono, thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you for the lurk. It's so cool to have you here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, so how could Tidy reach the vent? That's very easy. Because there's a ramp to access the workbench.
Take a look at the room
There we go.
configuration. Both scientists' offices are a reflection of one another. As such, the vent height is exactly the same in both rooms. How high is it?
10 feet.
Yeah, the laser column in this room is 10 feet, and it goes up to the ceiling. And with Tidy's arms reaching 9 feet, that's not enough.
So Tidy had to be standing on something. And there totally is something that he could stand on to do this.
Rocky agreed.
Very easily.
Admit defeat.
No way. We're just missing a little something.
The workbench! Tidy can stand on it.
It's visibly about 2 to 3 feet high.
But the metal thing he can't jump on there, can it?
Not jump. This is the point of the ramp Dr. Hush designed for it. You told me yourself, Tidy.
Tidy learn. Close mouth.
Sorry, Croc, but it seems like pure conjuncture.
Oh, but I can prove it.
You can?
Go! Go, Mr. Brock!
What proves that Tidy climbed the ramp? It could have been the crumbs on the ramp. I know. The incomprehensible drawings in Wes's office prove that Tidy climbed the ramp. Do I got it? Is that it? No, I don't think so.
Here's a picture of the room. Look, there are crumbs all over the table.
Oh, that's true.
Now, as you know, Dr. Hush is a neat freak. How could he leave crumbs everywhere? The answer is simple. Dr. Hush wasn't alive. Tidy, you crushed them while climbing on the ramp.
Nuh-uh. Tidy woke late. Not cleaned yet.
Oh, I wish for once you'd tell the truth. Admit it. That's what happened. You climbed up, stretched your arms to get in the vent, and put Dr. Hush inside. Then, you pushed the poor chap towards Dr. Mink's room. The more we talk, the more... Huh?
What?
Is it laughing?
You?
Huh? You what? Will you change your mind and pretend it's not possible for you to climb there?
Is possible. My pleasure.
Your pleasure?
Huh?
To see Brocky fall into own trap. Brocky lucky circumstances, but luck running out.
Might you be more specific?
This is not the kind of thing you say when you're innocent.
Look now, ventilation duct 2 feet high. Tidy 3 feet high. Cannot bend, cannot fit. Plus, cannot stand on floor while pushing all way through.
He's right. Tidy couldn't fit inside. And the distance is way too long to push all the way through the vent while standing on the ground.
Oh,
Rocky, done for.
no. I can prove how. Let's take a look at that picture again. This is how Tidy did it.
How could Tidy push Dr. Hush all the way through? The floating table? Could that do it? Or did you use the... So how is the lamp tie into this? How does the lamp tie into this? This is... How long is the lamp? Is there some way that he could have used the lamp? I don't know if that would have necessarily pushed him all the way through. The floating table... it's kind of wide, though. I wonder if it's only going to give me one shot to, like, actually do this. All the way through, yeah. Like, the lamp these aren't, the lamp isn't that big. We know the lamps. Also, by the way, hi there. Good to see you again, Outer Retro. Thanks for joining. Alright, so, okay. Needs to work from a point that is farther along than the table. This vent goes kind of far. Like, this is... Like, okay, so, like, we know that if this was Tidy, if Tidy was the one doing all this, the closest pivot point to the vent? What do we mean by a pivot point in this kind of case? Like, what we can say, like, we know that, like, the absolute central, like, this is going to be like the very middle, the hole in the wall that he was reaching through to grab nanites from. However, a place that Tidy could get leverage from. That, what I'm thinking, if he can push up and he can push aside, then it might have been the floating table. If he can theoretically like bring it over here. If he had some way to make this levitate, like he could crawl up here, have the thing come over here, get on it, and theoretically move himself up to the vent, and then push forward. That's a possibility. And it's probably the only one that I can think of. I don't know how he'd be able to do this, but as a robot, there's all kinds of electronic methods of doing that we might not even know about. So basically, what I'm thinking is that this would allow him to essentially hover. This is farther than the table, but this moves, doesn't it? The small table was definitely hovering when we were here last time. It was literally floating in the air. However, I don't know if it moves or if it just stays put. Like we saw a floating disc earlier in the game that kind of looked like this, that you were able to manipulate. You could actually have it fly around a room and do things. However, I don't know how strong it was. I don't know if it relates to this even whatsoever. But like, this table seems to operate on a similar principle, where it's sitting on a thing that allows it to hover. So it was literally floating in real air. It could move. Like, you could theoretically move it under the vent, and then lift yourself up into the vent. So then you can use your arms to push straight forward, without having to bend at all. If like Tidy got his body up into the vent as a result, then he could push the body like 10 feet that way, which we don't.
Fortunately, this building is small.
That's going to be a lot bigger than 10 feet across. However, if he had enough, if he had the leverage, he could theoretically push and then have it slide. Yeah.
That's the lamp I found next to the body in Dr. Mink's room.
Pushing the wrong button again. I always do that. So yeah, honestly, the only possible thing I can think of that would allow him to do that is something that floats, and something that allows him to move his body up into the vent. And this lever is the thing that opens and closes the vent, I believe. So there's no ladder. He couldn't have climbed up. Wonder how solid the lever is. Probably very solid, to be perfectly honest. But if he did that, would he be able... We know that he can reach this. We know... We know that he could theoretically grab it and pull himself up using this. As a result, we don't know if this table does anything but hover in place. We haven't actually seen anything that suggests that it does anything other than float in place.
We forgot to ask ourselves one important question. What opens the vent trap? After all, it's not always open.
That's right. Unlike mine, it doesn't have a ladder and an automated way to... Oh, I see now. The lever. Are you suggesting...
Yes. First, Tidy opened the vent and put Dr. Hush into it. Then he grasped the lever with one arm and pushed the corpse with the other.
Whoa! Now that's the craziest thing you've said so far, Brok.
Oh, what's crazy about it?
Is that even possible?
Let's see. If this map is correct, the vent is almost 9 feet wide.
That was 9 feet?
Yes. It's absurd, but technically possible.
The maintenance robot clinging onto the ceiling. You're insane!
Let me judge how insane I sound after all this is over. Let's not forget the finale. The corpse in Dr. Mink's room. Yes, Tidy pushed him. But the pertinent question is, when?
Indeed.
There's a specific piece of evidence that tells us exactly when it happened.
Okay. Specific piece of evidence that tells us exactly when it happened. So... Oh no, I found a bug. Oh no. Oh no, I'm breaking it. Can I pick it up where it was?
You've done
Resume the explanation.
All right.
Please, please.
Let's continue this.
When? Okay. Look, I have control again. Yay. Okay, so we know... Okay. We saw that the lamp in Dr. Hush's room had a fatal shock at 510. I'm not entirely sure why it did, to be perfectly honest. And I keep thinking about that. However, this is... The lamp in Dr. Hush's room is not Dr. Hush's lamp. So... Wait. Oh, boy, this is tough. Okay, so... What if... Alright, if the body was pushed through at 510, and the body fell, it could have hit a lamp, and then somehow it could have been swept around. But that's really the only thing we have to go on. I want to double check one thing before I actually finish making this this exact claim. Oh wait, the noise was heard at 510. That would have been what caused the investigation to happen of why the guard came to the room, because he heard the really loud noise. Somehow he was being clumsy about it. I don't understand how yet that the lamp damaging would have happened.
You're not the... Are you done All right.
But it would line up with the timeline.
I've got new info. I analyzed Dr. Mink's lamp. The data I gathered indicates a fatal shock at 510.
Oh, I get it now.
Well, I don't. What's the fuss?
Tidy needed to put the lamp next to the body, but he couldn't do it himself. So, he put it in the vent alongside the corpse.
Makes sense. The fall must have damaged the lamp. But wait, 5:10? That's early. If there had been a body lying in the middle of my room, I would have noticed.
You allegedly would have noticed.
And didn't you say this was the data from my lamp? Tidy could not access mine.
Good. Rocky theory falling apart.
Wait. Okay. I admit, I fooled you. Yes, I said this was the data from Dr. Mink's lamp. But I never claimed this was the data from the lamp next to the body.
Uh-huh?
The crock is confusing me.
Let me explain.
The lamp in Dr. Mink's room belongs to Dr. Hush. The lamp next to the body received a shock at 11:02.
Of course, we immediately considered that the lamp next to the body is Dr. Mink's.
Right, we studied the two lamps. They were swapped at some point.
However, this lamp's data revealed a surprise. It belongs to Dr. Hush.
Yep.
Incorrect. Nuh-uh.
Wait. So that's the one Tidy pushed into the vent?
Yes. There's no doubt about it.
Nah, if that's what happened, there'd be two lamps here.
Mr. Rat is right. How do you explain that the other lamp, my lamp, is on Dr. Hush's desk?
We'll just have to prove Tidy picked up Dr. Mink's lamp.
Could he now?
Just think. Where was Dr. Mink's lamp originally?
Dunno. Show us.
Well, right there.
Like... Wait. How could Tidy access Dr. Mink's lamp? I guess the lamp could have been on the table. That's the only feasible way that he could have grabbed it, right? This falls, right? This falls, and... Why is this burnt out like that? Tidy had to push it through. And it had to be able to fall. In order to get another lamp, it would have to be accessible. And the only accessible spot, if he didn't enter the room, would have been here.
Your lamp was here.
No, it wasn't.
You sure?
I live here. Of course I know.
Oh, then,
But of course, that's not it. At least it's being generous and forgiving with this. Ah, boy. Unless I just flat out did it wrong somehow. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Okay, think about this, think about this.
fortunately, this building is small. Fortunately, this building is small.
I suppose you could have grabbed it from the table while visiting. That would have been really easy for you to, like, reach and grab if he was looking somewhere else, right?
Your lamp.
No,
You sure?
I.
Oh,
Okay, okay. So I already clicked on this. This is, over here is like the only spot where it's like, okay. These two arms. The only way, okay, to access the lamp. Was I clicking in the wrong spot over here? Like,
your lamp. Dr. Mink, your lamp was right here.
Well, yes. How did you know?
I was a pixel off, basically. My bad.
With the door permanently shut, there's only one spot Tidy could access, and that's this hole in the wall.
Again?
I wasn't in the hole, right?
Don't
That
know.
doesn't make sense.
If it were me, I'd steal Mink's lamp, then pass it through the vent so it fell in the intended location. Dr. Hush's lamp wouldn't even have to move.
That's a relevant matter. Unless...
Unless Tidy made a mistake.
Tidy, you've been awfully silent. Cat got your tongue? Or is it because you realized you slipped up? After picking up Dr. Mink's lamp, it was supposed to throw it through the vent. However, Tidy inverted the lamps.
Inverted?
And I can prove it. You see, I noticed something off in Dr. Hush's room, especially when you take his personality into account. Let me show you in the picture.
The lamp?
That's actually the weasel's lamp, huh?
Yes, but that's not the strangest thing.
Don't get it.
Okay, this information should make it clear.
The lamp next to the body received a shock at 11:02.
No,
No.
I should think of...
After being told Dr. Hush was a maniac, I noticed the way the lamp was positioned was off. It's neither at the center of the desk or facing the front. There's no way someone so obsessed about order would let an object be so badly placed.
That's right.
Okay, why not? So what?
This explains what happened. Dr. Hush's lamp was originally on this desk, perfectly centered. Tidy took Dr. Mink's lamp. Right at this moment, he got interrupted. So he put it next to the other. After he left, Mr. Guard, he executed its plan. But he took the wrong lamp, which was pushed through the vent. Tidy's objective was to make us believe Dr. Hush fought with Dr. Mink in the morning, at the time his tracking stopped. This timing only makes sense if Tidy made this mistake.
Then, if it
Yeah.
wasn't the body falling, what caused the other lamp's fatal shock at 5:10?
Oh, do I have to explain everything?
Yes, Brock. You have to explain
Tidy
everything.
was interrupted by the guard suddenly checking the room. Now, why did Mr. Guard check Dr. Hush's room in the first place?
Till he heard
yeah,
noise.
I know. I heard a noise. Oh! It was...
Yeah, Dr. Mink's lamp receiving a shock. In particular, I believe Tidy intentionally bumped it from a high distance to break it and make us believe this was the crime weapon.
Nice thinking. Although, if it's Dr. Hush's lamp that was pushed through, shouldn't it suffer from a shock too? When it fell from the vent?
It did, although non-fatal. That lamp received a shock at 11:02, and
Indeed.
this explains the last mystery.
What was the shock at 11:02? Oh no, I'm walking again. Oh no. Alright, as long as I stick to what I'm doing. Okay. The shock would have been the body magically appearing, falling out of the vent, is that right?
No way! This is why I never noticed Dr. Hush until you came in. He simply wasn't in the room before.
But if a body were to fall from this high, well, it ought to make a huge bumping sound.
That's accurate. I'm not deaf.
It did make a big sound, but nobody heard it.
Sure thing. You're not deaf at all. Remember the context. When I arrived in front of your door,
You were listening to Tech Dream. Wayland! Oh my gosh, hi there! Really cool to see you in here. Thanks for joining. How's your day been going? I don't like this bug. Okay, if I use the right stick, I can get around the bug. This is good. This is good. Or I could probably just use the mouse too, but you know, whatever. Eating breakfast for dinner? That sounds so cool. I haven't done that in a while. Hopefully good stuff. Hopefully you're really enjoying that.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that will teach me to set the music to full volume. It makes perfect sense now.
What does?
I was focused on the door screen, so I had no idea what was going on the other
I'm
side.
still thinking about dinner. I'm not even sure what I'm going to be doing yet.
And with that loud beat,
Yeah, with that loud beat, you wouldn't have heard any
it
noise.
covered the sound from the body
Nobody would
falling.
have.
but wait,
What again? Can't you agree with my theory? Just this once?
I'm sorry. I just want to know the whole truth. That's so exciting.
Except your colleague has been assassinated.
In order for this to work, Tidy would have to do a last push at 11:02, correct?
Correct.
Yep. I believe he has sensors. He knew where everyone was.
True, but he was still charging at this moment.
Good thinking, Weasel. He couldn't be both charging and doing this at the same time.
What kind of animal do I think Dr. Mink is? Looking at Dr. Mink, looking at Dr. Mink's color and his pattern, Dr. Mink, I think Dr. Mink might be... I think Dr. Mink is a bird of some kind. I think. That's what you're saying, yeah. He just totally has... He really gives off this bird energy. Parrot energy, for sure. I think that's what he is. I'm not sure exactly what kind of parrot, because I don't know all of them that well, but I love parrots. And Dr. Mink totally has parrot vibes. So I think that's what he is.
Oh! Rotty, right! Tidy charging! Cannot push!
Actually, that's possible.
How?
How could Tidy push Dr. Hush while charging? Okay, mouse. Mouse works. Let's use the mouse.
You told me yourself, Dr. Mink.
Tidy's charging makes him go through various consciousness stages.
Tidy goes through various states of consciousness while charging. As soon as we arrived, he started to wake up. Have you noticed the huge length of its cord? It doesn't prevent him from going anywhere into the room while still keeping connected to the power socket. So, Tidy, who's the winner this time?
What do you have for me this time, Tidy?
Did he, bug?
No!
Dr. Mink is a great character. I really like him, and I'm really glad that he does not seem to be lying. I could go for an entire Dr. Mink game at this point.
Rocky, not detective! Impossible!
Impossible?
Hey.
Why?
Is that your only argument?
Cannot explain crime without essential part.
What part?
The
The
motive!
motive?
Tidy, no motive to hurt Daddy.
I don't think that's true.
Well, I have an idea.
Rocky cannot!
Yes, I can.
At a certain point, Dr. Hush's tablet transferred AI data at 4:45. That is after Dr. Hush died. So, the only way you could have done this is if Dr. Hush was dead and you had access to his hand. So, I don't know why you were giving this data away, but somehow you sold out to someone, maybe the government or something, and Dr. Hush had to be dead so you could use his handprint.
Okay. I'll admit I don't have the whole motive, but some elements lead us in the right direction. As we proved earlier, Dr. Hush died between 4:24 and 4:38. Then we shall wonder, who exactly did that data transfer on his tablet at 4:45?
I know. It's that scrap of metal.
That's right.
Yup. Before putting him into the vent, it used Dr. Hush's hand to transfer the data to the outside. The file was an update from a few years ago and accessed recently. Keep in mind, Dr. Hush's job, which is to improve bots' AI. My bet is that Dr. Hush used elements from this very old update and tested them on Tidy.
So you think that's why he went crazy? Maybe. Old firmwares don't have the software protections I referred to earlier, which in turn could allow this indirect killing.
I guess Dr. Hush made a backup of this data in case.
What?
Care to say anything, Tidy?
Rocky, wrong. Yup.
Wrong? Wrong about what? What do you have to back this up?
But Tidy, we'll wait and see.
No waiting. That's enough. It's time for you to admit it.
Why'd you even care? You solved that mystery. 'Tis just a defective machine.
A machine that went defective wouldn't just do this for no
Let's
reason.
switch it off and hand it over to the police.
No, you won't do such thing.
Is that a threat?
No, Yup. Rocky theory. No hold waters.
This is concerning.
What?
Tidy ask. Simple question. If Tidy push Daddy, would Daddy be where he is right now?
Where he... Oh...
Yeah, so if he is the murderer, we have a killer robot on our hands. Did Hush bounce? So, this is actually something that I did think about. However, given the fact that the distance across the vent is being treated as like 9 feet, which doesn't make any sense to me considering this is 10? I thought maybe this is just artistic license. But this is a point that I originally thought about and eventually stopped thinking about.
Rocky understands. Daddy should have fell right below that.
Oh my! Once again, the tin can is right!
That can't be. Then...
Ha ha ha. Tidy closed your beak.
You closed my beak?
No.
Beak? Vent?
I'll prove
Someone
you
vented?
wrong. I have to.
Go ahead, please. Master of convoluted explanations.
Brock is confirmed to be a bird.
What
I'm good with
crazy
this.
thought will Rocky give this time?
Seems kinda sus.
This is the end of the tunnel.
The
The final
riddle.
riddle. If I can't explain it, then my whole theory goes to bust. I can't let that wacky bag of metal win.
Right. Something has to be able to explain this, right? Something.
What's the explanation for Dr. Hush's position in the room?
Dr. Hush is alive. Tidy pushed too violently. That one doesn't seem likely. That seems like the meathead explanation, and we're not really dealing with that here. Or someone moved Dr. Hush. What explains why the body isn't located under the vent? Is there even a single shred of evidence that would suggest that Dr. Hush is somehow alive? And if he is, did he move on his own and then stop moving? Did he just... He could have crawled... He just... Maybe he woke up from the shock of the fall and... This one doesn't seem possible. Someone moving Dr. Hush. The only person who could have moved Dr. Hush would have been Dr. Mink. And for many reasons, that seems incredibly unlikely. Tidy pushed violently? Well, he had to push violently in the first place to get him across the really long vent that they're saying is 9 feet, but totally is not. What we originally had when we came in here was we saw bloodstains that didn't actually turn out to be bloodstains. I saw them and I thought, wow, that seems awfully orange for blood, and then it turned out to not be blood. We know that he looks dead. We also know that he's been ingesting nanites. We know that the nanites could stop his heart. But we also know that there's something protecting his heart from stopping. It's entirely possible. Mink said a lot of things about nanites. We know that there's nanites in Dr. Mink. We know that Dr. Mink also ingested the flower that interacts badly with nanites. We know that these nanites and the flower together produce heart problems. So we know that some kind of a heart issue was affecting Dr. Hush in that moment. However, yeah, they abandon things that are dead. They did not abandon Dr. Hush, did they? They're still all over him. And Dr. Hush is taking a medication that makes his internal organs stronger and more resilient. This could interact with the negative interaction.
No way. It can't be.
My guess is that he passed out. People thought he was dead. They put him through the vent. When he hit the ground, he woke up briefly, just long enough to crawl about a foot, and then passed out again.
Have we been mistaken this whole time?
Mr. Brok?
This may not be a murder investigation, but rather an attempted murder.
Hey, what are you doing, man?
Stop! Stop! Brocky hurt! Daddy!
That's awful. I can't watch this.
Huh?
Good morning, Dr. Hush.
What's going on?
What the?
Dr. Hush? You're alive?
He's got a cool design. I like him.
Daddy! Not dead, Daddy! Updating expression.
Updating expression.
Not dead, Daddy!
Are you all right?
More or less.
Tell me, what's the last thing you remember?
Wait, I think I saw Dr. Mink.
Okay. Yeah, you would have been just passing each other in the bathroom, right?
What?
I think I fell. Tried to move towards him.
Oh, right. The last thing, that when you just woke up.
Feeling
You passed
well.
out again. Yeah. Yeah.
The poor
Yeah.
chap recover.
He's definitely got some bruises. This
No.
guy would be so freaking
I'm
hurt.
sorry, but it's too important. When did you lose your consciousness? What were you doing?
I took my coffee. Tidy prepared it. When I drank it, my heart stopped.
Then...
The croc was right. It was tiny all along.
Crap!
Crap.
I still can't believe this low hardware maintenance bot.
Although flawed, fortunately for us.
Oh, you dumb little bot.
Doctor,
Oh.
you were dead. Are you a zombie now?
No. I believe there's an explanation for this.
You do have an explanation to everything, don't you?
We sure do. We have an explanation to everything because we are the world's top detective. With all the tribots around, it's possible we're the only detective.
Can't wait to hear it.
Why is Hush still alive? Because... where is it? Excel. There it is. Oh yeah, we have the movement bug still. I gotta use the D-pad.
The effect of the poison was to slow down
That's
the
right.
heart rate, ultimately causing death.
We did slow down the heart rate, but not all the way.
However, the life in this bunker, lab, isn't a very physical one. As such, Dr. Hush was taking some medication to compensate. Excel 500, more precisely.
I see. This has the exact opposite effect.
I should totally report the movement bug, yeah. I have the VOD. The VOD should be your perfect reporting tool, shouldn't it?
Yes, it boosts the heart activity. This is what saved Dr. Hush. No one noticed he was still alive.
Bonus points, actually, is that when I start my recordings, I actually do the stream and I do a recording onto my hard drive. I back up all of my stuff. So yeah, I could totally do some clips. That'd be really cool.
Not even the tracker. His heart pounding slowed and stayed under the threshold, putting him into an unconscious state.
And this game actually just updated today, so I wonder if this is a new bug that was introduced with this release version.
The shock from falling down the vent caused him to wake up for a few seconds and move towards Dr. Mink.
Which also explains that red stain near the bed.
There's another blunder you made, Tidy.
Tidy?
I wonder what the best method of reporting that sort of thing to them is.
Did you really try to kill me? Why?
I hate you!
Hate?
I'm sick of tidying all day while you
They have Discord.
use
Yeah,
me as a
okay.
guinea pig.
Perfect. I'm in that. I just haven't really looked at it in a long time, so that's perfect. I'll go ahead and do that afterward. That'd be great.
Tidy, clean
Cool.
the floor.
Thank you so much for
Tidy,
suggesting that.
move this thing a little to the left. Tidy, make me coffee. I can't take anymore.
Where did Tidy
Wow.
learn to talk like this?
The firmware. It worked. Why did you pretend to be the same dumb bot?
What?
This is the project I was working on.
Cool. Thank you, Otter. Ah,
The
awesome.
government sent me some incomplete files from an unknown scientist working on the same field years ago. He never got to complete his work and disappeared suddenly, but I was able to recover this code.
Right. Recovery of the code.
I needed
Cool.
a specific bot model to test that firmware. The only one at my disposal was Tidy.
So you tested it
But
on
I
Tidy.
noticed some weird
Hmm.
behaviors, like Tidy would suddenly laugh for no reason. The code itself seemed unethical and dangerous. There were some references to copying
Copying
the
the-
human brain.
Oh god, there's that theme again. There's that theme again. Oh, the theme about AI copying human brains.
I decided to stop this research and alert. Oh my gosh, that's why you did it. Now that you experience feelings, you don't want me to revert to your regular firmware, do you? I'm so sorry, little guy. I caused this. I messed you up.
You really shouldn't be sorry. You're the victim here.
I can fix you up. I promise.
No!
It's trying to escape!
No, no,
We
no, no, no,
can't
no,
let it
no.
happen. Who knows what disaster he could cause in this state?
Tidy.
Ott, stay here with Dr. Hush. I'll handle this.
So we have a robot to beat up now? Great.
Ah, darn lasers!
I've set the emergency plan. He won't access the controls.
Rubbish guard! Let me out!
You won't go nowhere.
I've done nothing wrong!
There's nothing wrong. You try to kill him.
Alive.
Only by chance. And stop calling him Daddy. You're nothing more than a defective AI in a metal scrap. Now, let me switch you off. We'll fix you.
I never take orders from a petty human. I'm perfect.
You're perfect.
Only defective
Okay.
one in this world is you, human scum. I've got new orders.
You have new orders
my
from your new daddy.
daddy.
I was right about that theory about you either being controlled or something from someone else. You're taking orders. Great. You just like Brok, just missing the personhood of this clearly sentient robot. Yeah, Brok is very old-fashioned even for this world. And he definitely does seem to have a really hard time accepting AIs. Even the ones that aren't murder bots. But he what? But he's gay. No. Waylon, did you just break me? What? Yeah, Brok is kind of a robot racist in a sense, yeah. When there was a conversation earlier in an interrogation about whether or not Brok's ever hurt or killed anyone or whatever, yeah, Brok's like, no, I've never hurt anyone. I destroyed a bunch of tribots though, but those are robots. It's like, so we obviously didn't see them the same. So yeah, interesting conjecture about Odd and Graf. I could see that. I could absolutely totally see that. It'd be totally cute. But Brok, I mean, Brok clearly had a thing for a particular woman, and so I definitely wouldn't likely think that he's gay. It's possible that he could be like bi or pan or something. Maybe.
When I'm out, he'll take care of me.
What? Who?
Yeah, who? Who are you taking orders
It's
from?
quite funny, actually. You see? No, I promised. You'll have to figure it out by yourself. A shame. Really.
So Odd calls Graf strong, and Graf notes that he isn't likely to have children for unspoken reasons.
Because you never
This is my new
will.
headcanon.
Stop this nonsense. This is
Boom.
my last warning. Switch off, or else.
Save your breath. You'll never get me.
Well then, I'll make you switch off, one way or another.
Okay. This is very 90s in the sense that nobody's explicitly gay. Yeah. I don't particularly have an issue with that. Lucian! Thank you! Thank you for that 100-bit cheer. That's so cool, yeah. Doesn't do anything really. Like, I don't have anything set up anywhere because this is a brand new affiliate. Like, I have like a really hastily drawn emote that's just like sitting in purgatory right now because it's been taking like a week to get it approved. But yeah. Bet somebody is bi or gay, but it doesn't make it know anything. Yeah, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay, clearly I need to guard more, right? Oh geez, you're fast. Why are you so fast? Stop being fast. Alright, I would really like it if you do not do that. Let's, okay, holy moly, alright. We got this drink, we're gonna be good, we're gonna be good. We got this. Oh, I hate this attack, I hate this, I need to stop doing this. Alright. Okay, we're okay, we're okay. So my first fight coming back from like a break or whatever is always like really terrible in comparison to like my previous performance. And this is a boss. I'm betting that there was a way to actually avoid this boss fight like there was with the first, one of the first ones, I guess you could say. Oh, I messed up. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, next time we get into get him into that down state, I'm going to take care of myself. Yeah. Yeah, the approval process for emotes seems to take a really long time. I'd seen like on the internet, like allegedly it was gonna take like that did nothing for me. It would allegedly take like 24 to 48 hours or something, and like that's clearly not true. And then I also saw from another source, it could be like 2 weeks. Oh, that's cool. I don't mind, I guess. Yeah, it's not even like a good looking emote or anything. It's just like, yeah, it's. I'm not an artist. Let's just put it that way.
I guess.
But I'm like, I want something.
Not.
I did. I like I'm getting myself a couple of like
Going
face, like portrait commissions, so I can use them as like reference to like actually commission emotes or something. So
Everyone in this city
we'll see. Eventually
will be
I have something. I
destroyed.
definitely have a lot of setup I want to do, like figure out something with bits, figure out something with like channel points or something like that.
Oh wait, it escaped!
Oh no, it's escaping. I don't like this. I was really hoping I would like kill it.
Hey, wait! That's mine!
It's yours? Do you want to chase him?
And bring it back!
I almost made a meme out of waiting for the
Come
motor.
back
Oh
here,
god, what
so
are
I
we
can
doing?
smash you into
Oh.
pieces.
Oh.
Too bad I can't shoot with this thing. So no choice.
Shockwave.
I'll have to bump into
Rider.
that crazy bot. Let's see what this baby can do.
All right, we're bringing back bump combat. Heck yeah! Oh, I just went off the edge. You can go off the edge, by the way. Did you know that? So now I know how what it looks like when a lane is about to end. Alright. So far, so good. Oh no, I'm killing myself. Oh. Okay, I can do that. So what are those circular things? Are those obstacles? They're cars, maybe? Oof. Alright, we're almost there. I'm almost dead.
Gotcha. Now for the hard part.
Now for the Brock, don't say now for the hard part when I'm at 5 health.
How do I get back to the lab?
Oh. Oh, it's Wes, who may or may not be my friend.
Hey, Chief.
It's really hard to tell, due to the themes of this game.
I, got a little lost on my way back. Well, here's that criminal bot. What's left of it, anyway. There. You can have some scientists check its components and confirm...
You realize what you've done?
Excuse me? Do I realize what I've done?
Yeah.
I
stopped a
stopped a
dangerous criminal
criminal.
at the risk of my life.
I solved a crime. You didn't hire me to solve the crime, did you? Wes, do not tell me you didn't hire me to solve a crime, but you hired me to pin the crime on somebody else.
You put hundreds of citizens at risk during your little highway escape.
Otters are trouble? Yeah, they are. But the good kind.
My escape?
People are in shock. There are news reports everywhere. You stole a hover bike. You bumped into air cars.
I don't recall bumping into a single air car. What I recall is flying off the track several times.
Innocents could have been killed. No chaos like this ever happened in the drums for ages.
Huh, good. I gave those
Otters are
rich
good
folks
people,
some events to
so
talk
there
about.
is that. Wes is being extremely grumpy ahead. He should be like, "Oh, you saved us from the killer robot."
So what?
You think that's funny?
What did you expect me to do? Sit back and wait for that bag of screws to wreck the city? There was no other way.
There's always another way.
There's always another way. I feel like that's another theme of the game, that there's always another way.
This robot wasn't much of a threat.
I definitely am probably going to enjoy future playthroughs of this.
You, on the contrary, our collaboration ends here.
What? You're firing me?
Consider yourself lucky I don't throw you back in jail.
Perfect. I'm out of here. Don't call me back. Because next time, I won't be here to save your bacon.
Mr. Brok!
Nephew, don't bother. This man only brings misery to everyone around him. Listen to me. I forbid you to get close to him ever again.
Wes, Give me a break,
But-
Wes. Come
No,
on.
but the situation will get dangerous soon.
What? The situation will get dangerous soon? What are you saying?
What do you mean?
Come on now. I've got to bury some suspects for another case.
To bury.
Yes, to interrogate.
Oh, I see. You're using code names.
Yeah.
Berry? You spelled it like the fruit.
I'll be right behind you, Uncle.
I felt so angry, pointless.
What?
Deep down, I knew Wes was right. This was just one little robot. It couldn't have done so much damage. Could it? Who knows? But that's when I noticed it.
What the? All these calls and messages? Grab. He's in trouble. Shoot. I need to. I'm coming, son.
Oh, right. My son. He finished his trial, and I never mailed him. I never mailed him his meds because I thought, oh, I'll just catch up with you later. That didn't happen, and I really hope I didn't kill my son, because that would be very sad. You love Graph, but you were really bad about keeping up. Yep.
Hey, boy. Got what you need.
I'm not a good dad.
A pill?
Yep, 1,000 unis.
Are you serious? No thanks. I'll get one from another pipe.
You won't.
What?
There ain't any more.
What?
All pipe pills kaput.
Well, that's true. Every pipe pill we've seen except the one that's in the city.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Go check. But that's my last one. I may have nothing when you're back. Will you take the risk?
So even if I had sent the pill earlier in the game, when I was controlling Brok, would I have even been able to get the pill to Graph? I guess I'm gonna have to find out in another
Where did
playthrough.
you get it?
Not your business.
I won't buy it unless you tell me.
We squealers take risks to make sure even kitties like you stand a chance to stay alive.
Provided we get money.
Ooh.
That's all you need to know.
Okay then. There's an app to detect counterfeit. Let me check. Yep, authentic.
So, 1,000 unis.
We don't have 1,000
Take it or
units.
leave it.
Okay, but
No bargaining.
that price is outrageous.
It's the law of supply and demand. And demand is way high at the moment.
Yeah. Demand is high at the moment because... So wasn't the squealers going around destroying all the pipe
I
pills?
don't have enough right now,
That's horrible.
but I'll find a way.
Don't wait too long.
We're at 12. We have no food, we have an energy drink.
I've got a limited account. I can only keep a small amount of money. Anything over 50 unis automatically goes back to Brok at the end of the day. If I press this button, I can request some money, though.
How about this? Give you a knuckle sandwich. That sounds really
The
good.
algorithm makes the decision.
I'm not in any condition, any physical condition to actually fight right now, though. I hate it.
Checking. Transfer allowed.
We'll try that. We'll see if it gets me anywhere.
So, I was inside some kind of bunker. One thing's for sure. I'm not coming back here. Oh no. That one's broken as well. No use insisting. I shouldn't get too far in.
Looks like Mrs. Squealer's behind a wall. Kinda did, yeah.
Oh, it's Graf. This is urgent. I need your help. Please open. No use.
I guess we could,
I don't feel like
try the buttons? No, we can't. Nah, that's not working. Call. Phone. We have a phone. We... Shay, pick up, pick up, pick up.
Miss Shay, I need your help urgently.
What's the matter?
I need a Toxel pill.
What?
A daily pill. There's a shortage all around the slums. Please tell me you've got one.
Sorry, I don't understand your request. Please rephrase.
What the...
Shay?
Are you a bot or something?
Yes, my creator is much too busy right now. Call back later.
Oh, great.
No, Shay, come back.
Have to get busy at the exact same time?
Shay. Dad?
It's no... He's gonna hear me tonight, I swear! If I make it out alive.
Call Clay and tell him I'm dying.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
What?
Maybe he can hook me up with something?
Hey, get a pill. You're ill.
Whose fault is that? Clay, I can't get one. There's a
A what?
A
Shortage.
Shortage? Not my business.
Yes, it is. We held hands.
No, wait, please! Don't hang up! I'm begging you. Tell me you've got one at home.
Clay, remember when I put my faith in you? When I stuck myself on the wall and trusted you?
Oh, sorry. I don't.
This can't be happening if I don't get one right now.
But, anything else I can do?
You can tell me where.
I know it's a lot to ask, but can you transfer 1,000 unis to me?
What? Are you kidding?
It's the only way I can get a pill. I'll give them back to you. Promise.
Yeah, right.
It's a matter of life and death.
Clay.
Clay!
Clay.
I'll send you 500. It's all I've got right now.
Yes, please.
There. Get better.
Thank you, Clay. Thank you. But I still need more.
Okay. We can still get more,
Can't
right?
wait to be 6. Should I?
Checking. Transfer refused.
Please try again later with a lesser amount.
Checking. Transfer up. Checking. Transfer. 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 Checking. Transfer.
Okay. We have 1,000. I don't know if there was another way to get it. Yeah, Clay came through. Yeah. I wonder if it's because of decisions I made.
Hey, kitty.
I can do 50 zillion times, but not 200. Yep. That's,
You're in luck.
That's
Still
this.
got one.
That's this world.
Want it?
We're gonna take the pill.
I can't argue.
We're gonna owe
with you in
Clay.
this state.
We're gonna owe Dad.
I've transferred you 1,000 unis.
No, we're not gonna owe Dad. We're gonna explain to Dad what happened. And Dad's gonna be like, I would do anything to save my son.
Now give me that.
All yours.
Wait. What's your... He's gone.
Got the pill. It's
I
authentic.
didn't have a choice. Did I?
I didn't have a choice, did I? I don't know. I don't know.
No, I shouldn't feel guilty. It's his fault. He promised, but once again...
Yeah, it is my fault. It entirely is my fault.
I'm so tired. I'd better go home. What a day.
And that's why I/Brok am not going to be upset about the money. It was the right thing. Brok would have done it in an instant if he could have. You've never seen somebody actually buy the pill? I'm like, I know that Brok had like 600 something. I'm like, I have to try it and see if I can actually do it. Calls history. Desperate calls from my kid. I call him now that I'm here.
He must be busy with his.
Alright, so I thought I was controlling Graf just now, but I guess I'm Brok. Did he make it? Good, he made it home before me.
Thank goodness you're okay.
I am, but not thanks to you.
I'm sorry. I got your messages.
Did you just realize? If I hadn't found a solution by myself, I'd be dead right now.
I know, but I was so worried.
Don't touch me.
What? Graf?
Graf?
At this moment, I felt so helpless. So much happened today. I feel ashamed for tricking that big bear who got fired because of this. I broke the law by breaking into Wes's office. I investigated a crazy murder case and I chased that crazy bot, creating havoc. Graf almost died. Am I doomed to fail everything I attempt? To take my mind off it, I decided to prepare dinner. Well, with the little that was left anyway.
Prepare dinner?
It's not much, but that's the best I can do. Graf, dinner's ready. Graf?
It's been a while. I can't hear him.
Graf, answer me!
Hey! What the heck? You can't just barge in like this!
I was afraid you were in trouble, Graf.
Come. I've prepared.
Not hungry.
Then tell me what happened.
What happened? I'll tell you what! Some stupid kid took my pill! All pipe pills were offline. I had no way to get one.
The pipe pills?
I sent you hundreds of messages. Called you. But no. You didn't. You left me alone. Dying.
I understand. I'm truly...
Sorry? You're sorry?
Of course.
How many times have I heard this already? I'm sorry. Well, that's not good enough. I'm
Graf.
sick of it. You can't just pretend you're sorry and be done with it.
Yeah, he's about the opposite of Huggy right now. I've not been a good dad to him.
Where were you? Why couldn't you just answer my calls?
Long story.
Obviously. For a while, I thought the problem was me. But now I know. It's you! You're never there when I need you!
All right, I'll explain. But please come. You gotta eat.
Perfect! I'll eat what exactly? Oh, leftovers. What a surprise. You didn't go shopping. Again.
I was busy.
Busy, of course. You think I wasn't? Do you have any idea what I went through today?
Wow, like I have like no commentary right now. This is...
I guess...
Why should I eat your food? I hardly know you. To me, you're just a stranger pretending to offer me shelter, when in truth, that stranger took everything from me.
Took everything from you?
What?
You destroy everything you touch. You're a failure. Worthless.
Now, wait a minute. You think it's easy to live in this world? I'm doing my best so we can survive.
I was destined to become drummer. I'm in this situation, living among trash, working hard to get out of this misery. Because of you!
I know. Listen.
Ah! No! Stop!
What?
Don't touch me!
Don't touch you?
I can't breathe.
What?
No one should touch me.
What's with you? Why do you always react like this when I try to be friendly? You know I wouldn't hurt you.
No. You lie. Stay away.
Really hates touching? Like, yeah, I thought he was just distant, but what was that reaction to being touched?
But
Just stay away from me.
huh? There you go. I'm the king of making situations worse. He's right. It's been 5 years now. Maybe it's time to stop pretending I'm handling things correctly.
He's definitely got some kind of deep trauma. That was a traumatic reaction.
Only a
like,
few days left. Time to give up? And accept that I failed? He'll never want me in his life. Hey, you can be mad at me, kiddo. You have every reason to. Doesn't matter. The only important thing to me is that you're okay. And I want you to know, you're the only reason I keep moving forward in this awful existence.
What's wrong with me? Despite what happened, I was able to rely on myself. I should focus on the positive instead of blaming him.
He's got trauma. He's definitely got trauma.
I wish things were different. If only that accident didn't happen.
Ah, the accident. We're 4 chapters in, and still the only things we know about the accident are little hints that come from dreams, where things very clearly are... I don't know if I want to say made up or exaggerated or what, but it's clear that Brok blames himself very, very strongly for what happened, while also believing that he wasn't actually responsible for it, while also not remembering. And that not remembering part is what really concerns me. Why people in this area are so memory damaged. At the beginning of the game, we learned about some kind of a memory drug. It hasn't come up since chapter 1, but it exists. Is it affecting people all over the place? Graf and Brok? Is it just them? Do other people, are they affected by it as well? Is there something that's like... Yeah, there's a power outage that wiped records. People have memory issues. It might not just be Graf and Brok. It might be more. I don't know yet. It seems extremely coincidental. Something ridiculously big seems to be going on. I don't know what. What was it called? Oblivion, I think?
And then my real father wouldn't have disappeared.
So your real father disappeared. We don't know that he died, right? Just that he's gone?
Both of them. They abandoned me. I hate them. I thought I was stronger than this. Okay, take a hold of yourself. Brok is right. I'm still alive, and that's all that matters. A message.
You're alive. Your stepdad is alive. Your best friend is alive. We're all in a really, really rough situation. We're trying to do the best we can under what we have. We need to be relying on each other. We need to be letting each other in, not beating each other up for doing things incorrectly in a world where everything's wrong.
Oh, the results for today's trial. Not bad.
20 points, not bad.
Another?
You've been reinstated as a center student. Do not worry about it anymore. The director.
With all that's happened, I actually forgot.
That's right. I went out of my way, in a very self-sacrificing sort of way that could have potentially gotten me into huge trouble, to make sure that you got your status back.
Brok! He kept his promise. Getting hungry.
Also, I owe Clay. I definitely owe Clay.
I find a way to apologize, but I don't have the strength to get out.
Still so happy that Clay came through for me.
And I can't send a message to his phone. He wouldn't notice it. Let's think. Nah, for Brok I need a more traditional
way to send a message. Traditional? I take it Clay does not come through for most players. I must have done like just the right things.
He thought I could use that to practice handwriting. I replied it was a stupid idea in this day and age. But now I understand. Let's see if I remember how to handwrite.
What to write? Most players want to leave them dead in a ditch. I'm different. I am really big into like diplomacy, forgiveness, redemption. And like if I can see a little bit of light in somebody, I'm gonna reach for it. Oh, what's right? Forgive me, let's forget this. I'm hungry.
There.
A paper. Forgive me. You're already forgiven, kiddo. I don't know where we'll go from here, but I'll do my best. And I bet you're hungry, so... Here. Tomorrow will be a better day. I have faith in you. No matter what obstacles you'll be facing in the future.
This was a long, long chapter, and I loved it.
You'll overcome them.
I noticed, like, I got through the entirety of chapter 3 in one sitting. This one took, like, basically 2 full sittings.
Thanks.
In comparison. So, like, I have it in my status that this is probably, like chapters 4 and a little of 5, but it's like, we haven't even touched 5. We're not going to touch 5 today. We're going to, like, get to the end of this one and be like, that's it. For today. For sure.
I'm exhausted. It's been an insane day. Yeah, like every day, I guess. Okay, I'm on my way.
See? I don't even have to say a word anymore.
Oh, Shay. Stop being so amazing, jeez.
Hey, bro. Rough day, huh?
You don't say. Raph almost died because of me.
Say what?
There's a tox-out pill shortage going on. That was close, but he's fine now.
Stupid. You never told me about that. Why didn't you?
I didn't have time.
Not talking about now. If you told me in the past, I could have helped.
But if I had told you in the past, you could have helped.
Good thing you told me about this morning, though. If I hadn't,
Wait, I'm totally not following
What?
you.
Well, what?
What did you do
talking about?
exactly?
Take this.
A tox-out pill?
Give it to him. For tomorrow.
Won't you need it?
I've saved up some. I'm used to skipping one from time to time.
Thanks.
Life is all about anticipating the unknown.
Yeah, the bleak music is playing here, huh? This is not like... This is not the music that plays when you've survived an awful situation and things are... Yeah, you think this might be buggy as well? Because this is like creepy music right now.
Now she's making me feel bad for not saving any all these years.
Is this 2 pieces of music? This is like... Gosh, I don't know. I feel like I don't really know the soundtrack well enough, and there's like a lot of it that's like really ambient. it's tough to say. Like, if I am hearing it right, it almost sounds like it's in time with each other, though? Like the same tempo? Unless I'm mishearing it and like not
Talking about
straight.
that,
I don't know.
you better prepare yourself. Tomorrow will be even more eventful.
How could you possibly know that?
I know you. That's all.
Yeah, you know me, that's all. That's it. You don't actually know the whole timeline, and you don't actually secretly have some way to like try to influence the timeline to get the perfect result or something. Yeah, there's nothing like that at all, I'm sure. Yeah, so this definitely seems like something to make a clip of and share it. Yeah, if you're concerned about it, you probably know a lot more about this than I do at this time. Yeah, so normally there's like the duh music, right? But that doesn't have like the creepiness behind it, right? I apologize for making that sound. Or am I? Wait, what was I doing? Once ready, fight in the virtual arena. That's right, I'm supposed to do that, aren't I? Am I allowed to leave and come back? Because that'd be pretty cool. Okay. Okay, this is like indisputable now. This is definitely.
I'm looking for stuff?
Because now we're experiencing it here.
Wait.
Woo!
It's okay. You can stay.
Thanks.
Toxo.
You okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Can I not give it to you today? Do I have to wait till tomorrow?
You okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever. Not loving the issues with the music right now. Yeah. Wonder if he's seen the red toy. That's a good question. I never showed it to him.
You okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
I can't do anything with him right now.
Oh, how I wish I was...
I never actually showed this Pred toy to him. I never gave him money earlier in the game. I never gave him the tox out pill earlier when I first got it. I'm a good dad. He's not in an open state. Do you mean that in a psychological way or a programming way? Because I have to ask. You think your relationship is terrible? Yeah, I think our relationship is absolutely horrible. I think I've been an incredibly terrible dad. Alright, well, let's see. Given the current state of the sound right now and the fact that it's 7:50 and I'm about to go into a fight, I have free time before the fight. You know, if I have free time before it, then maybe this would be the spot to do my save. And can I examine this yet?
That's a weird dream. That's a lot.
No. I still only have 3 numbers. I have a couple of pieces of untranslated text that I can still investigate. And I'm going to do that either tonight or tomorrow or something, I think, because, yeah, I've been like translating everything I possibly can. I think there's 5, but I don't know for sure. I only know about 5 digits. But yeah, we're gonna save here, and this is going to be our spot. And I'm just gonna save over that. I can't push buttons on it. No.
I wonder.
Hey, no touch.
Private?
Why do you think it's...
Now I'm even more. Apparently it's. That's a weird and it's locked. I wonder.
Hey,
Private?
why do you...
Now I'm even.
Yeah, I'm still not able to do it, Shay. Maybe, yeah. If Shay's watching, I wonder if there's a time when you can do this when Shay isn't watching. But, yeah. Either way, yeah. I don't have enough digits anyway. I know that there's at least 5. I'm hoping there's only 5, but I have 3 of them. So, okay. I'm hoping that next time I load this game, it's not gonna have the crazy music bug. Because that is that's actually kind of brutal on the ears.